Dajcie znać, czy widać.
Yep.
No dobra. No to zaczynamy. Okay, hello everyone. On the next Angular workshops, today we will talk about the components. Wait a second, I lose my pointer. Okay. The components. The components are the main building blocks of the Angular applications. So this is a main and most basic building block which you can use to build an application in Angular. So let's jump to next screen. So the plan for today is to show you the mockup and how to think about components when you are looking on a mockup. Then I will talk about the component tree. Next, I will show you how the communication between components is realized. And then I will talk a bit about the smart and dummy components. And finally, I will implement some code, and I will show you how we can do it easily and fast with Angular CLI. Okay, so let's jump to the next slide, the mockup. I prepared here some okay. I prepared the dashboard view. Today we will talk about this screen. So what you can see here is some various kind of blocks with charts, numbers, and texts, and so on. So how we can think about components looking at such a thing? So basically we start from the top. So now you have the red square. It is corresponding the main component, the component which have everything inside whole application. So usually we are calling this component app component. Then when we are going deeper, we can divide our mockup in more complex way. So we can divide it to the header, the red square on the top, the body, the center one, and the footer. So they are where we're going deeper from the app components. We can create the childs, as you can see on the screen. Then, when we are going deeper, divide our application in the smaller components. So the information what you have on the screen is delivering you a lot of information, and you should think when you are looking at the mockup or website how it could be built from components. You can divide those blocks even to the smaller one. For example, you can divide the big chart to the small component. For example, the chart header component, chart body component, and something like this. So basically, you should think about the components like this. You start from the top, and then you go deeper and divide the layout to the smaller blocks. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. Here, oh shit. Oh, something different. Sorry. Okay, sorry. There is a problem with the organization of my slides. So I would like to now talk about the component tree. As I said, From the top, you have app components. When you are going deeper, you can divide it to smaller chunks: header, body, and footer. And body could be divided to the widget components, which I showed you previously on the previous slide. So basically, this is you can structurize the components and present it as a tree. Okay. So basically, you have components and you can connect it together and present it as a tree. So this is the information which you should remember and follow. So the next slide will be about the component interaction. So you can build and connect components between each other, and you can send information from one component to another one. And when you're communicating through the tree down, so you're sending the information from, for example, from body to the widget. For example, information could be everything, the string or the whole collection of informations, and you can communicate, send it via the input channel, which you declare in the component basically. So basically, and send information to the children. And you can also do it in the opposite way. You can emit information up to the parent and inform the parent about some changes. Okay, so this is the basic information about the communication. You can divide the application to the components. You achieve the component tree, and you can communicate between the nodes of the tree, but down, and you can communicate also up. Okay, now I will jump here. I will talk a bit about what is a component. Component is built from the HTML. So this is basically such a code which you have presented on the right side on the screen. Then component is mixed with the CSS. Then you can add some tests to provide unit test of the component, and then you are mixing it together with the class and meta object. So all four parts are the building blocks of the component. Yes, Maciej said that there are another way to communicate between components, for example Redux, Flux, and there are various kinds. You can also use a service to inject information in exact place when it is needed. But this is a subject for another meeting. Now I would like to focus on the basic stuff. So the most basic stuff is to communicate with the input and output. And then you have various kinds of subjects related to this one, to the communication, and I think this is the advanced stuff, and this is I think subject for the future workshops. Okay, so let's proceed. So here I presented you the main building blocks of the component. So let's jump to another screen. So now I would like to talk about the smart and dummy components. Smart components are the components which are handling the business logic. They're handling the children. They're deciding what is going on in the child components. So they are receiving information they're processing the information, and they are sending back the feedback to the child components through the input channel. So for example, widget 1 is communicating with the parent with output, and the body component, which is smart one, is deciding what to do. We implement their business logic, then processing this logic and sending back the feedback to the child. So green one is a smart one, and dummy is an orange one. So basically, and let's say something about the dummy components. Dummy components are the components without the business logic. There is a definition that is saying that the dummy component could be moved to another element of the tree, and only you need to do is to put the data onto it to make it working. And there is no business logic inside. So smart have business logic and dummy doesn't. So there are various kinds of names for smart and dummy components. We can say that they are business or dummy, container or presentational, because container, I mean smart, they have inside the child dummy components, so we can call it that they are container one, and the dummy are used only to present some information. Okay, so the next name is stateful and stateless. So this is the name you can search on the internet and you can find the same stuff. So they are all names which are living in and are used in internet to describe the smart and dummy components. Okay. So let's jump to another slide. Another slide is that's all. So now we will implement something. Today I would like to implement such a tree as I showed here. So it will take me, I don't know, 2 minutes to do it, and I will achieve it in the application. Okay. Now I will jump to the IntelliJ. If you want, you can do it also in your preferred IDE. Okay, so here I have the basic project which I set up 15 minutes ago with Angular CLI scaffolder. So this is the basic project, and inside the application we have only the basic building block, the app component. So let's look up on the tree again. So now I have, with the scaffolded Angular CLI application, I have only the main root node of whole tree. So now we have component, yes. So now I would like to build another components and connect it together with the app component. So basically what I need to do is generate component. Okay. Here in the console I have the already existing command which I can execute. For the documentation, please visit the Angular CLI website. There is everything. So basically, now I would like to create header component. So basically, I put instruction in the terminal. And the application will create for me the component. Okay, I have a folder here. It automatically created for me the needed files. As I said, the component is constructed with HTML, styles, tests, and class file. So we have everything is already generated with the Angular CLI. So now I have app and header connected together. I need a body and footer. Let's do it like this. So body and footer. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, the generator created for me a folders which are representing the particular components. So now I would like to focus on those widgets. This will be almost the same command in the terminal, but now please remember that you need to provide the path and relation. So as you see, I'm creating the component which will rely on the body component, and it will automatically create the node in the tree which I need. So let's execute. Let's have a look. In the folder body, it automatically created widget for me. Let's create another one. And I need 4, yes, as we have right on the tree. So okay, let's have a look on the folder list. Okay, so the builder automatically created components for me, and basically they're already working. So this stuff could be implemented in, I don't know, 1 minute. So let's have a look on our results. Okay, I executed the command. I will explain it for the persons which are for the first time today. This command is compiling the whole application and outputting the production ready code or development ready code. So, and then it is preparing the server for development needs. So basically, executing this command, I will achieve the whole working application. I will show you the more stuff here. So here I have the output of this command. It's saying that there is a server on the local host on the port 4200, and I can open it and have a look on the results. So let's do it. Sorry, I lost my pointer. This is here. Okay. T. So I'm trying to go. Okay. It is not working yet. Now I have the output of the... I forgot about one thing. Okay, so I have the output of the app component, hello world, yes. So I see it on the screen. Now I would like to connect it to achieve the tree. So the tree is... So I would like to have this, yes. So how to connect those components together? So I forgot to mention about this. So I would like to build the connection between app and header, body and footer. So this is very easy. Basically, I go to the HTML which is related to the app component. Then inside the HTML, I want to put the header component. Yes, so I need to go to the header component, have a look on its definition, which is in the class file. The definition is declared here, and basically I need to use this definition in the root app component HTML file, and I use it as a HTML tag. So let's save it. So as you see, the compiler is automatically recompiling my change, and my change is automatically visible on the screen. So you see, header works. Instead of hello world, we have header works. So now I want to attach the body component to the app component. Basically, I can use one of the components which I have in my arsenal. When you have the smart IDE and the modern in the IDE, it will automatically give you the existing components which you can use. So I need body here, and then I would like to use the footer one. Let's have a look. I will save it. The compiler will process the stuff. So now I have the component tree of the first level, yes. And now I would like to put to the body component the child components. So this is, so I need basically to visit the body component template. Here I have the string body works, which is displayed here. When I will change something, save it, it will propagate here. Now I would like, as I said, to put the components here. So basically, as before, I'm choosing the components from the declared list, putting the information like this, and now I created the whole tree. I connected it together to achieve something like this. So okay, this is the basic knowledge how you can build and connect the components, but it doesn't look promising the layout here. So I prepared something for you. I have a file with the bootstrap. Wait a second, I lost the with the bootstrap stuff. Okay, I copied the file in my clipboard, so I can paste it. So basically I will put it here to the assets. Then I need to connect this file to the whole application. But this is not the subject, but I only want to present you the beauty. I import stuff, I put assets and show me. Boom. So I added the bootstrap to my application like this. And now I can use the bootstrap magic. I prepare some snippets for you, which I will use it now. So basically, what I wanna do is make it so now you can see the bootstrap it's working. I choose the black layout as we saw in the mockup. So I want to change the widget content. Yeah, now I have the string like this, so I would like to replace it with something better. Okay, so let's go. So let's go basically to the content of the widget. So as following the tree, the widget is declared here. So let's go to the HTML of this widget. And as I said, I have prepared a snippet of the bootstrap. This is easy one. So basically I paste it here. Let's save it. And it should work. Wait a second, I need to switch the windows. Okay. Well, as you see, I have something better now. So basically I can do it with everything here. I can replace the content with the bootstrap snippets, and I can fast achieve the layout similar to which I showed you in the presentation. So I think this is all what I would like to present to you today. So I choose such a subject because this is the basic one, and to follow the next chapters you need to achieve this knowledge, how to think about the components, that components are structured like a tree. You can communicate between components with input and outputs, and there are other ways to do it. You can easily, with the Angora TLI, create the tree in application. And there is a very fast method to wire it up together to achieve the tree, as you saw in my presentation. So now it's time for you folks to ask me some questions. Okay, there is first one, I suppose. Okay, there is a thank you only. Are there any questions? Okay, so I can say that our workshops will be stored in the repository. I will send you a feedback email with the repository address, and then there you will be able to jump to the each lesson, and you will have ability to have a look on the progress, and basically you will be able to participate in the workshops, or you will have ability to gain some knowledge from the repository basically. So after the workshops I will push some changes, so you're welcome to have a look on it if you want. Any questions, please? Do you like my English? It could be more British, but it's not. What do you think about the lessons in English? Okay. Yes, I think that is a good idea to.
Maybe you should ask our external guest about that.
Yeah, maybe because we are.
Sorry, I don't hear you.
Okay, hello.
Yeah.
We are doing the English lessons especially for you today. So I would like to welcome you warmly. So do you have any questions maybe? How do you like these workshops?
Well, I did understand everything. It was quite good. It's just my first lesson, so I don't have a reference to the other course, how to look how good it was. So, well, yeah.
I understand. Thank you. So, so this is very basic level now. So you can, I think, the previous one was related to the configuration stuff and very common ideas about the new Angular, basically. And now we have the third one, and we are talking about the main building blocks, which are components, and this is the basic. So you didn't lose a lot, I think. So if you want, you can join to the future lessons, workshops.
Well, when are there the next lessons?
We are we are making the lessons each 2 weeks, and I will send you the invitation for the workshops.
Ah, okay.
So you will have in the calendar everything, and you will be able to participate. So there are other questions about the stuff which I show you today about the components. If not, I think that this is the high time to finish it. Thank you everyone for participating. I hope that my English wasn't so shitty. I will work some improvements for sure. And I think this is a good idea to make it in English because we are programmers and this is, I think, our common language and which we should know and use because the documentation, for example, is in this language. So I think okay, I think this is all. Thanks everyone and see you in the next 2 weeks.